Hello, true believers. Time to do another vlog. Excuse me, I haven't done a lot of vlogs this week because it's during Hero's semester break. So I would rather spend time with him, and we've been rehabbing his sprained ankle, and the gym finally opened up. So we're gonna do that, and I also will be need to I also will need to get vaccinated soon because over here now you can't go anywhere. You can't transact without the mark of the beast on you. So I'm going to be doing that. But first and foremost, I'd like to say thank you to Jim Bob. I apologize to Jim Bob that I haven't given him a shout out, special shout out recently. Jim Bob, thank you again for your generous contribution to our content. So today's vlog is sponsored by Jim Bob. So if you would like to make contributions to our content, please contact me. But anyway, let's get to the content at hand. So Jim Bob, again, thank you. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Special shout out, Jim Bob. I can't thank you enough and appreciate your generosity. So this is what actually you're reading is. This is a transcript. This is actually an official transcript. This is not a copy, so I can't mark this up. So I plan on reading the whole transcript so you guys can have an insight on the trial of my life here. I mean, this is the kind of this was what's going on in court. This was the kind of things that was going on in my trial to, whether I was going to spend the rest of my life in prison or not. So this is very vital, and I wanted you to. I'll eventually read the whole transcript. It's pretty long, but I wanted to give you the like the most what I remembered the most during the testimony of this police officer. So let me set this up, and I actually this is just to give you a flavor of the preview of what was happening or what was in the trial. So this is exact court transcript in black and white. So there's no innuendos. There's no assuming. There's no guessing. This is it. This is what was said in court, and this was about the entrapment, which included child trafficking, child rape, and child pornography. Which, of course, obviously, as you could see, I have been acquitted of. But let me show you what was being said by the police officer. So here's this is the one that boggles my mind. It says, "So yes, sir." So it says, "So since you already know that the person is me," so it says here, "So since you already know that the person is me," they asked him, "Why did you not arrest them? Why did you have to wait until they were in the hotel? Why did you have to?" And the answer is obvious. It's because they have the camera crew. It's gonna be for excitement. So it's a simple question. If somebody that they already have a search warrant for, okay, everybody knows that they after I was arrested in entrapment, I got a 2-for-1 special. Not only did I get an entrapment operation, but I got a search warrant operation. They ask, why did you not arrest him as soon as he showed up? Okay, and here is the answer. This is that good question, right? Because normally, if somebody shows up in the car to pick up these children, then you just arrest them, right? And then this is her answer. Since we've already established at first they didn't know it was me, but once we established that, so since you already know that the person is me, okay, that's fully established. They've got a search warrant. That's a simple fact. Everybody knows that they have a search warrant also. So once I showed up, why did you not arrest him? Simple question, right? Why didn't you arrest him? And her answer. This is it. This is in black and white. I'm not making it up. He was not actually committing rape at the time we saw him. How can we arrest him? Let's just digest this and process this. I mean, can you believe an answer something like this would never happen in the first world, but here in the third world, people will lie, and I already established why they will lie. They will, even the most insanely ridiculous lie. So this is the reason why they did not they waited until the hotel. This is why I was the entrapment, because, and these are involving children, by the way, and these are involving police, by the way. He was not, so it was already established that the person that they're meeting, that they have a search warrant for. What is a search warrant for? Child trafficking. Okay, so you already know that the person is, why didn't you, so this person that you're going to meet is already, you already have a search warrant for child trafficking. Why did you not arrest him? Was the question. Why didn't you arrest him? Oh, here's the answer. Well, he hasn't raped anybody yet. So how can we, and then so she just turned this around and turned the question to another question. Well, how can you arrest him since he hasn't raped anybody yet? At that time, we saw him when he came. How can we arrest him? He was not actually committing rape at the time. So they waited until the rape occurred, so then we can arrest him for rape also, in addition to the human trafficking. So since you already know that, why didn't you arrest him? Okay, they could have arrested me anytime as soon as I showed up. It says, oh, because he wasn't committing rape yet. So that's it. I'm not making this up. This is it in black and white. This is why, of course, the court is not going to believe it. But as you could see over here, even police officers will lie, and because of money, because they gotta put me away. I'm a loose end. Either kill me or put me away in prison. So the fact that they're the actual criminals here by committing wire fraud and cybercrime and credit card fraud, they did all this so they can do that. So they can go on a credit card shopping spree. This is what the police have to do. And this is what they have to say. So they can go on a police shopping. He was not actually committing rape at the time we saw him. So this establishes another thing, is that they had no reason to arrest me. They could have arrested me anytime, but as you can see from this testimony, we have no reason to arrest him up until that night. So for everyone who is making these accusations in your windows, your comments, your blogs, all your accusations, this is after yes, they had a search warrant, but unless the search warrant came up, obviously the search warrant came up with nothing because we filed a demurrer for that. But the point I'm saying here is this is what was the testimony. This is probably this is where I almost kind of lost it when asked her, okay, so you already know that it was him. You already have a search warrant for child trafficking. Why didn't you arrest him? And of course, they couldn't prove that. You saw that the judges, he just uses the internet. Yes, he has a relationship with them, but can you interpret it as child trafficking? Yes, but you could also interpret it, once it's left up to their interpretation, then the person by law has the benefit of the doubt. You actually need, a quantum of evidence, was the judge said. But this was the testimony of the police officer that was their main witness over here. They only had 2 police officers. I'll show the other one later, but I mean, I'll end up reading this whole court drama of my life over here. But this was the testimony here. He was not actually committing rape at the time we saw him. How can we arrest him? Well, she has a point. How can you arrest somebody that's not committing rape at the time? So as the police, we'll wait until he's committing rape and then we can arrest him. How does this make sense to you? Now, for you, since you're just an infidel, you don't know anything, you're ignorant, this doesn't make sense to you. But over here in the Philippines, the police officers, these are actual officers of the law. They know the law, and she says, well, you can't arrest him because he wasn't actually committing rape at the time. In the third world, this would make perfectly good sense, because the police over here are the actual criminals and they will lie over here. They're actually the organized crime over here. And this is the kind of things that they'll say. This would never happen in a first world country where there would no police officer. Can you imagine that on in open court, under oath, saying this? But here in a third world country, this is what you need to realize. And if this can happen to me, keep in mind, if this can happen to me, then obviously it can happen to you. Why? Because of money. If you have money, these are the kind of things that they will say to get the money out of you. Simple as that. So keep that in mind. So here's the actual testimony in black and white. I am not making this up. He was not, and the reason why that this is their explanation why the reason that I was charged with rape that night, because they didn't arrest me. And here's the reason why they didn't arrest me, because he was not actually committing rape at the time we saw him. So how can we arrest him? So they had to wait, and I'll give you further testimony. So I'll do this whole thing, but I just wanted to give you a preview. This is it. He was not. So I said, well, he was. I said it before. He wasn't actually raping anybody. So how can we arrest him? So this is testimony that says before the entrapment and before the search warrant, they had no reason to arrest me. So they had to make a reason. And everybody knows making a reason to arrest somebody is called instigation, which is against the law. And of course, your first world mind, your Ken overprivileged mind can't handle that. But here I am explaining it to it, and this is the reality. Thanks again, Jim Bob, for sponsoring this vlog. Special shout out to you. Thank you for your generosity. If anybody else is interested in more content like this, please let me know, and let me know what your opinion here in the comments, just to give you a flavor of what but this was probably the most shocking when finally she answered it, was that we couldn't arrest him because he was not actually committing rape at the time. So until the entrapment, they had no reason to arrest me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Does it boggle your mind that that this could happen to you? All obviously, you don't have to do anything, but they can instigate or say you did this, and if it can happen to me, and they can say things like this about, they can say this about anybody, and if you have money, then why not can something like this happen to you? Anyway, I got to get to another subject. I'll see you guys on the next vlog. This is Babs Only. Thanks for watching.